Yo guys, how's it going? Uber Jack here with another video for you today, and in this one we're talking about your acceptance rate on Uber and how that affects you and affects the jobs that they send you, that Uber sends you. Now, there's nothing wrote down official about this, and if you ask Uber, they will deny this, but it won't take you long to realize that if your acceptance rate falls under a specific amount, now that amount is argued and it's not really clear what that amount is. For me, anything under 50% or maybe 40%. So if your acceptance rate goes under that, Uber are actually sending you drivers that go under that amount less work than drivers who aren't. How do I know this? Because I know somebody who's been in that situation, met up with them and another driver, so there was three of us, and we were getting the jobs, me and the one guy who had acceptance rates in the well over that figure that I was talking about, while he was on about 36%, I think, this one guy that I'm talking about here, and he wouldn't get the jobs. We were declining them, bounce off me, bounce off the other guy, and then the guy that couldn't get the work, he wasn't even offering it to him, and he was having a much quieter night than the rest of us, me and my other friend that drive for Uber. And the only difference was the acceptance rate. We had similar cancellation rates, similar driver ratings. It's the acceptance rate. So why are Uber doing this, I wonder? Well, my theory is that they are doing it because ultimately they're getting a lot of part-time drivers coming in and basically cherry picking what jobs they want to do and what jobs they don't want to do. Now, that is a big issue, and it's an issue for other drivers who perhaps do Uber full-time, if not 80% of the week or whatever it is. They don't basically log on to ABC taxis and then occasionally, when it's surging, jump onto Uber and just pick out good jobs. So they're declining all these crap jobs that come through and then taking the good ones. So I actually think, as I'm full-time with Uber, I do bits of work obviously with Ola and another company, but mostly Uber. I'm glad that that's happening, because why should people who perhaps have a really good acceptance rate, really great drivers basically, why would Uber then not give those drivers the better work, or if not the better work, but just the first sort of refusal, if you like? This is going to be very controversial, because obviously all drivers in the UK anyway, all drivers are self-employed, so technically Uber can't really do that. They can't say to you, right, sign up on the platform, come drive with us. However, if your acceptance rate is below X amount, say 50%, then you ain't gonna get the same amount of jobs as this guy next to you who's also signed up, but his acceptance rate is much better. But if you think about it from an operator's point of view, you want to get that customer in the car as soon as possible. You don't want the job banging around between 8 different drivers who are all saying no, and then eventually one takes it, but that driver's much further away than the first one that could have took it and done it. You don't want that as an operator. You want your customers in the car ASAP, doing exactly what you want them to be doing, which is picking customers up and dropping them off. Now, obviously, Uber aren't going to admit to this because of the reason that we're self-employed, so they cannot really do that. But trust me, guys, this is something that's happening, and just to keep you aware of, just in case your strategy is, look for big trips only, that's not going to happen anymore. What my strategy is, and this will work for you and stop your acceptance rate falling below a dangerous level that stops you getting particular jobs or the fair share of jobs. What you want to do is, what I personally do is When it's quiet, which could be sort of in the daytime if I work in the day, or sometime midweek when it's, you know, it's not just quite picking up yet, I'll be selective then. I'll take everything then, take everything that comes my way within sort of, you know, 2 miles. If it's over 2 miles, I'm not, you know, I'm not going there unless it's worthwhile. But anything within 2 miles I'll accept when it's quiet. That's good for me, because that means I can keep the wheels rolling. I can keep you know, I can keep myself occupied, and I just find it's better than just sort of sat there doing nothing anyway. And then when it's busy, instead of accepting everything then when it's busy, because my acceptance rate is so good, I will then turn around and be very selective then. And that for me seems to be, at the minute, with the current meta, if you like, that's the best way to go about things for me. But I just wanted to point out to you guys that a low acceptance rate affects how much jobs you're going to get. I'm going to try and think of how I can word the title for this video, the description. But trust me guys, this is true. Uber won't admit it, as I say, and I've gone through the reasons why they won't admit it. But this is true. If you want to, test it yourself. If you know somebody who's not getting any work, they're moaning that it's quiet, they're not getting much work, see what this acceptance rate is. And I guarantee that'll be the reason why. And the only real way to get out of that hole that you might be in is to just start accepting everything that comes through. It might be slow work for a while for you, but eventually, I think within 30 days, the stats reset anyway. So if you did no work for 30 days, for example, didn't go on the app at all, your acceptance rate would then be, you know, well, 100, I guess. If you took one trip, then it would be 100%. So guys, thanks for watching. I know I've passed where I was going on the sat nav. It was just from earlier. I'm actually heading home now. Done for the night. It's been a pretty busy Monday night here in South Wales. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this is true? Has this happened to you, somebody else? Do you think it's a load of nonsense? If so, you know, let me know, but I want some proof why it's nonsense too. Apart from that, guys, thank you so much. Catch you on the next one.